Hello. In today's presentation, and in honor of Adeline, a character from the Jane Austen Society, who is a former schoolteacher and whose husband died in the war, I want to elaborate on the roles of women and their struggles prior and during World War II. Prior to World War II, women were mostly homemakers and housewives. Those that worked outside the home usually worked as secretaries, receptionists, or department store clerks. Those who could get the required education became teachers, but with women being paid even lower than the men of their day, a teacher's salary was not much to live on. In fact, a woman with a high-paying job was rare, but these women had the potential to be great leaders, and all became ones in their own way. To fight this war, 10 million more people must go to work by the end of 1943. With the arrival of World War II, times were changing and fast. The tragic and dehumanizing acts that occurred should not be overlooked, but there's light in every situation. While the victims and their stories will forever be remembered, the war also brought new opportunities for unity. There was no time to argue that the women should be washing dishes when there was a war to fight and lives to save. At first, women go into service jobs, releasing men for the army and the war industry. In war towns all over the United States, women are called upon to leave their homes and take jobs. Employers find that women can do many jobs as well as men, some jobs better, but they undertake every form of shop work, even invading such fields as welding, here the tool reserved for men. Tens of thousands of women are already at work in aircraft. More are being added as fast as they apply. This solves the breadwinning problem for many families whose men are at war. These brave women all fought in their own ways. Some going into war jobs, some went into the fields themselves as nurses or pilots. Those who stayed home to raise the next generation had just as important a role as anyone else, through the combined efforts of not just the brave citizens of America, but all of the Allied countries. The war was ended in 1945. Most of the women were grateful to be able to focus on homemaking again and raising families, but if they so chose, a whole new world of opportunities had opened up. They had shown that they were brave and capable of stepping up when needed. While the American dream of the 50s settled back into the more traditional family rules, the path was paved. During the 60s and 70s, women's rights and growing opportunities to reach their full potential flourished. World War II was many things, and we should not forget what we have learned from it. We are all created equally. No one should be treated as less than human, and we are most powerful when we are united, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you for listening to my presentation.